Some of the seeds fall on rocky ground, and the sun comes down and it scorches the plants and they dry up. Some of the seeds fall in thorny places and they get all choked and they can't grow because of all the thorns and weeds. And some of it lands on really good ground and grows and bears lots of seeds and creates wonderful food and seeds for more. So the congregation is going to be, all these people out here are going to be the different places, and then we're going to throw the seeds. So over here, all of you, the chair section, I need to hear bird sounds. Could you do that, please? Okay. They can be supported by some of you if you feel like you have an inner bird here. But so this section, you're going to be consumed by that, so I need to go, just like some fear and concern. Could I see that? Okay. Now, could we work together? Could I have the birds come cawing? And could I hear you? Okay, very good. Now, all of you need to be just parched and thirsty. Say whatever comes into your mind. Very good, okay. Now, you need to be choked by thorns. Ow, oh, ah. Okay, and you need to be good soil. Can I see you blossom and grow, please? Oh, okay. And a little liturgical dance is always acceptable. So, okay, so now choir, you can help throw seeds if you would like. You don't have a special role today, although the birds could use a little support. All right. So, okay, so we have hands full of really good seeds, and we're going to toss them over this way first. Here we go. Ready? Birds? Oh, dear. Okay, so that's some of the seeds that didn't fall in a good space. Let's try this section right here and see what happens. Ready? Throw. Oh, too much sun, not deep enough roots, no water, bad timing. Okay, ready? Let's throw some seeds here. Here we go. Oh, weeds and thorns got to them. Let's see what happens over here. Let's throw a nice big handful over here. Here we go. Did you see the liturgical dance? Very good, very good. Now, our lives are full of things. We don't always get to choose everything about our lives, but we want to be those plants that grow and prosper. Church is a place that's going to help you be the best person you can be. Can you put your hands in? Here we go. Thankful for church that it is a place that can help us grow and prosper and perhaps even become liturgical dancers. 1, 2, 3, amen. Thank you. In a way, my reflection this morning is really for our confirmation students, our newest members, but everybody can listen because I think there's something truly for us here in the story of the parable and the sower, or the parable of the sower and the seeds and the soil. There's a way in which we can think of ourselves as seeds, that we are scattered into this life and we do not really know and cannot control all the circumstances of our existence. That's one thought on this story. Another thing that I think is something for us to notice, and I want to be sure that you catch this, is that there's a way in which Jesus is telling this story to people so that they can hear about people hearing stories. He is actually talking about how people receive the love of God. This is one understanding. Here he is before a big crowd of people, and if you read it in the context in Mark, there's just hundreds of people gathered on the shore. And so as he's telling this story, know that they've all come. They all want to be there. They've all chosen to be there. They're all really paying attention. But you know, as some of them are listening, they may lose their attention or be distracted. And they may find that the message is gone before they even wander away. Just like birds picking up seeds meant to be planted in the ground that never get there at all. Some are hearing and actually interested in the message, but it's not going to last if they don't invest in it in some way. They will lose it quickly, and it's going to dry up in their life like a seed that doesn't have enough water. Some are going to hear and are going to be quite taken with the message, excited and invested. But when things get tough, they may lose their way and let go of all the hope and the joy that they started with, like a plant that gets choked by thorns. But some hear and are excited and invested, and absolutely nothing, not even the hard stuff of life, will stop them from staying a follower of Jesus, a path that they are choosing that's going to actually feed the lives of other people as well, like a plant that grows and produces a good crop. So one question I want to ask the confirmation students this morning, and all of us here, is what kind of soil are you? What kind of soil are you? Our hope is that you have a faith already growing and nurturing in your life like a seed that is sprouting up. But we do want to be a community in which that delight doesn't fade away or doesn't get distracted from your life or doesn't get choked by the stuff of your life. We want to help you continue so that your life is one full of faith that just continues from today forward. So that's one thing. What kind of soil are you? It's a good question. I want to offer another way of looking at this story. Not just the we are the seeds, not just the we are the soil, but what about if we are the sower? I want us to think about being the sower. If we're the sower, then the stuff of our lives, the choices we make, the things we do, the things we don't do, the things we say, the things we don't say, all of these are the seeds. Obviously, you don't want to put weeds out into the world. You don't want to be growing weeds into this beautiful creation. But I have to tell you, everybody sows some weeds. We know this is true. Still, when we think about being a sower, I want us to think about a person who freely offers himself or herself and casts the best of who they are to everyone in their path, assuming and hoping that it's landing in ways that will bring out the very best in others. All the while, though, we know, and this is true, and I want to say this to you this morning, it is true that even though we are looking for the best and most loving behavior in ourselves and hope that brings out the best in others, our acts of kindness, our efforts for justice, these things might get met with absolute indifference. Your best might get met with mere tolerance. Your best might get met with outright hostility. We all know this is true as well. When we sow our seeds joyfully and fearlessly, we're trying to do it without responding in those times with negativity or hostility of our own or violence in any way should we be met with that. This is not easy. We who follow Jesus are trying to live these meaningful, power-filled lives without violence. And by that I mean, we know we can't force people to love, just like you cannot force a plant to grow by sheer will. We know that we cannot scare people into being more loving, just like you can't frighten a plant into growing. We know that the best of who we are might sometimes be met with negative responses, maybe even some kind of spiritual or physical violence. We've seen it happen in the world. But our task is to keep offering our best, knowing that there's all these places where goodness and love will arrive. Our job, seriously, our job is just to keep sowing seeds. Each of you is a thoroughly unique individual. The seeds that you are sowing, they are like nobody else's. Absolutely nobody else's. And I want to tell you, we all think they're beautiful. Good seeds. The world needs your seeds. All of your seeds. All of our seeds. When we try to share the good news of God's love, when we try to live the truth of that, when we extend ourselves to others, we don't all do it the same way. That is really wonderful. That is good. So we need you. We need your seeds. They matter greatly. Holly, Tyler, Corey, Daniel, Emily, Amori, Joel, Annika, Nicole, we want you to sow beautiful seeds in your lives. We want you to sow beautiful seeds in the world around you. And we want to sow beautiful seeds into your lives to help make that possible. We all try to help each other do this all the time, no matter what language we're using for it. This morning it's seeds. So know that just as we are trying to nurture you so you're going to be fabulous sowers of those beautiful seeds, you are sowing seeds into our lives as well already, even just by being here this morning. On this Confirmation Sunday, we are so thankful for you. We rejoice to watch your lives unfold and open up. We encourage you, and we are encouraged by your presence to be good and joyful sowers. Remember that we are truly in this together, and we love you. Amen.